We've got a really interesting gas blowback gun today. Is the Palmetto State Armory Double Eagle Lupus. It's gonna be very tricky for me to remember that it's called Lupus because, as we all know from Dr. House, it's never Lupus. So yeah, before we start, let's go with the traditional can it mag dump. And what is actually very fun, you can AK reload this gun. So yeah, let's go. Without a hitch, we got our mag dump. So yeah, before we start with the video, let's thank the sponsors, Double Eagle, for sending us the Lupus. They've reached out to us, asked us, do you want to do the review on this? I said yes, because I really like the vibe on this gun, and it's actually very interesting internally. And yeah, as always, no one tells us what to do and what to say. We're doing it just for fun and for you guys. And yeah, let's not forget AirsoftMania. Thanks to them, we're past our pizza box phase and we got our beautiful target and gas and ammo for the review. So yeah, let's go with the Lupus. The Lupus, as I said before at the beginning of the video, it is basically modeled after the Palmetto State Armory JAKL, which is quite an interesting AR because it has a very similar way of operating to an AK. So we've got no buffer here. We have a kind of a short stroke piston bolt, and this might look like your run-of-the-mill AR lower, while kind of being it, the internals are different from the standard MWS lower. We're gonna show that later. So yeah, it's a very cool gun. Kind of reminds me a little bit of the SCAR-L or the Polish MSVS Grot or Czech Brand 2. And yeah, I just vibe with it a lot. Obviously, we've got the foldable stock. The charging handle can be swapped to either sides. And what is kind of weird with the potentially double-sided charging handle, we have got single-side manipulators, and what I mean by that is the bolt catch, the fire selector, and the mag release. With something that is coming out in 2026, I would be expecting the default setting for modern gun, which is the double-sided manipulators for basically everything. So yeah, it feeds off your standard AR mags. It works both with the MWS spec mags and CGS spec mags. Shot it quite a bit with the CGS. And yeah, we're getting the top rail, which in my case has the SpecPrecision OGL laser and the Skoptix 3x prism. It's really neat actually. Except for that, we're getting quite a few M-lock slots that I do not use for anything currently. So yeah, so that's all the features of the gun. So we are in about 40 meters away from our target. The mag is full, so we can check the accuracy of this out of the box Lupus. All right, so because Lupus is just so much fun to shoot, I'm just gonna put whole mag. We're gonna do some semi, we're gonna do some full auto, and yeah, like doing the underhand AK reloads on this is actually very, very satisfying. So yeah, let's go. And we're empty. So, shit, that was a misfire on my account. Yeah, this is why you always put your gun into safety when you reload. So yeah, we got pretty much everything on the target. I think I missed 4 or 5 shots. So yeah, very, very good, especially that we're at 40 meters already. I've shot it past 50. And yeah, this is just so very nice. I think with slightly nicer inner barrel and slightly nicer hop-up backing, you can get it pushed easily past 60 and beyond and still be accurate. So for an out-of-the-box gun with like very cheap upgrades, This is amazing, and yeah, Lupus just keeps on surprising and delivering value on this. As for the shooting experience, because there is no buffer, the blowback is a little bit less felt, and we've got no reciprocating charging handle as in old SCARs, so no SCAR thumb or SCAR finger on this one. But yeah, the blowback is still there. The trigger just feels MWS-y, and everyone who shot MWS know what I mean. This is not the super realistic VFC trigger, but it's still very, very fun to shoot. Both semi and full auto feel great, and they're both very accurate. So yeah, what we're gonna do now is we're gonna put the chrono on, see what's the power output and what's the consistency on it. So just bear with me for a second, and I grab and set up the chrono. Okay, so we've got 036 BBs, 150 PSI gas, and it is 18 Celsius. And let's see, 1.76, 1.73, 1.65, 1.67, 1.65, 1.6, 1.58, 1.56, 1.55, 1.57, and 1.54. So yeah, there is some drop, unfortunately, and this is actually very important because when you check out the Lupus on a website that it is available now in Asia, you will see that the description will say that it features an NPAS. So the production sample that we got has no NPAS. So yeah, not great. But otherwise, yeah, starting at 1.7 and finishing around 155 within like 10 shots, it's not ideal, but also not terrible. It is certainly not as nice as the same Double Eagle MWS spec M4 that we did last week, but it's still quite alright. So with an NPAS and probably some cleaning up inside and changing the lubrication and sealing, you will get a slightly nicer output. So yeah, I said that it looks quite interesting inside, so what we're gonna do now, head over the table and disassemble it. So for the field trip and to show you the internals, it disassembles pretty much as any other AR. So the back pin, someone in the comments is gonna call me out for doing it like this, and the front pin. So we have nicer access to the lower for me. Yeah, I'm definitely getting called out in the comments. All right, so let's start with the bolt carrier, and wheelie came off. So this is our bolt carrier. As you can see here, no buffer. So instead of that, we've got a rod with a spring attached to the bolt carrier. So it uses the run-of-the-mill standard MWS nozzle, but there are proprietary parts here. Luckily, they are made out of aluminum, so we're getting an aluminum nozzle guide, and I think the casing of the bolt is made out of steel, but we'll check it in just a second. So as for the lower, you will notice some differences from your standard MWS lower. So this is not a run-of-the-mill MWS trigger box. It is slightly different, mostly due to this part here that helps with the bolt catch. We're still getting a Z plate, but it is profiled slightly different than the standard MWS Z plate. And yeah, so the hop up, it is just your standard MWS with a nicely and very approachable window turn wheelie style regulation. So you don't need to disassemble anything, just take off your mag, lock the bolt in the back position, and you can just easily put a finger through the ejection window and set your hop up. We're not doing full disassembly today, this is just the field trip. So yeah, let's put it together and sort of bring it all home. Would I recommend getting a Lupus? Well, Dr. House might say it's never Lupus, but at least for me, this is gonna be one of my new favorite guns in my home Airsoft armory, and this one is definitely gonna be getting much more use out of it. So yeah, it is really interesting. As I mentioned, it runs well with both MWS mags and CGS mags. What I have to mention though, that I had some issues with Double Eagle X getting jammed and just not fitting. Unfortunately, you know, as always, when you want to show something happening and start recording, it just won't happen. So unfortunately, can't show you. But yeah, just be aware of that, that at least me personally, I had that issue on 2 different magazines even today. And yeah, they were definitely not dirty. So yeah, it's a really fun gun. I did not mention one thing. It comes with so-called Kung Fu grip. At least in my book, there is only one grip, and this is called A2. So this is getting thrown into the part bin and being replaced with the good old A2. So thank you for watching. As always, more content to come. Tell me if it's Lupus this time. And yeah, thanks guys. I will see you soon.